What's up, everybody? Today we're doing a commentary on Jedi a-holes. This is a video made about 3, maybe 4 years ago. I don't even remember when it actually came out. 3, 4 years ago. It was an idea that I had long before we ever started doing the YouTube channel. It was something that was kind of festering back there for a long time. So, this is also, you guys will notice as you're watching this video, this is live streamed. So we are basically streaming the commentaries while I do it live on twitch.tv/StressLevelZero, and then later on taking that and uploading it to the YouTube channel. Without further ado, guys, let us watch this video, and then I will we'll talk about it afterwards. So first we'll watch it in its entirety. All right, playing now. Jedi a-holes, you gotta do the Star Wars opening for it, right? This is Logan Olson, the one and only. Truly a unique personality in the world. There's Freddie Wong. You guys know Freddie Wong. The Wold Wongmobile. That thing's been replaced now. Mailbox shot. Dude, I can't wait. I'm loading up my head. I'll let you guys enjoy the video for now, but then I'll talk about it afterwards, all right? We got lots of stuff. Dude, never too mature for that stuff, right? Heldine. Long-haired Heldine. My brother Carson taking the fall on the bike. Not a fake plane. That is a real plane. And there's a hot dog running in the background. Everyone always says there's a freaking hot dog running in the background. For the life of me, I don't know why the hell there's a hot dog running down the road in the background of that shot. Oh yeah. Jedi a-holes is definitely top shelf material here. This is. Oh, never let your lightsabers touch. That's, you know, awkward. Early video before we even did end cards. All right, that's Jedi a-holes. So the idea for Jedi a-holes was one that long before Freddie and I even started in the YouTube channel was an idea that I had. Everybody's first VFX video, because we started doing VFX, everybody's first VFX video is like doing fake lightsabers. And I never did a fake lightsaber video. Nico and Sam did a lightsaber video. Freddie had done a lightsaber video before, but I had personally never had my Star Wars fan film moment. And so I'm like, if I do a Star Wars fan film, I'm not doing a lightsaber fight. I'm not doing Jedis. I'm going to completely flip it on its head and do something ridiculous. So what I came up with was Jedi a-holes. And so then once we started the YouTube channel, kind of developed into a full idea and went from there. This is a good example for linear light versus non-linear light. And you guys are watching right now, you're like, what are you talking about, Brandon? So if you work in 8-bit, if you work in non-linear light and you're doing it, you're working with a gamma curve, and it makes light do this non-realistic thing where it's actually like the side of the lightsaber is getting darker than it would otherwise. Whereas if you switch to a proper linear workflow, and I'm not going to go through entirely how to do that, you can Google it. Yeah, we did it in the 3ds Max tutorials. Yeah, so the technique for lightsabers, for those of you who don't know, I'm like sitting here ranting about how like this advanced shit, and we didn't even talk about how to do lightsabers in general. Lightsabers are the simplest thing in the world. They're lots of work. You shoot with motion blur, and then you go frame by frame through your video, and you do a mask around it. And if it's got motion blur, you make it wide the entire depth of the, because the theory is that the lightsaber is so bright that no matter how fast you swing it, it blows out whatever camera you're using for the entirety of it. Straight up just blows it out. So when it's still, so you're basically just tracking the motion blur, and this is just done by hand. It's painstaking. You have to do it over and over again, and it takes a while, but you just track it and track it and track it. And then once you have that mask, you make that white, and then you add glow to it, and you set your workflow to linear mode, and then you go from there. That's the basics of lightsabers. It's like the world's easiest effect. It's just putsy, so nobody wants to do it. So this effect was probably the single reason why I did Jedi a-holes when we did it, is because for a while I'd gotten away from doing 3D effects. You'll see this is a theme that kind of happens over and over again in the videos. We'd gotten away from doing 3D effects, and so I wanted to do this 3D mailbox effect. So I downloaded this mailbox model, textured it up a little bit, lit it, put the trees where it was, and did it. And the idea was I wanted to kind of like hone my 3D skills with this effect. So it's a 3D track, and then I'm doing physics sims for knocking the mailboxes down, and then adding the sparks afterwards, of course, in the lightsaber. You can see there's kind of a lazy job done on. No, that's through. Okay, that's fine. We're compositing and going through. Easy track, making sure the camera's not moving. Even though the camera's zooming, I'm standing still when I'm filming this, and so I'm making sure that we have it so the car goes past, and we're able to do it. And by adding the camera motion is key. If this is just on a tripod, it wouldn't look nearly as good. The camera motion, if you know what you're doing, actually adds to hide effects more than it does to do it. It kind of like helps your CG settle into the effect. So let's watch that at full speed. Boom. Knocking him down. And just playing with the physics to get there. White t-shirt, black bra, Jedi powers, forcing the water into the shirt. Didn't really get the direct hit we were going for, but you know, you do what you can. You can actually see, you can see the string right here that's pulling the cup before that. And you can actually see in the reflection, you can see in the window, you can see the reflection of the guy pulling the cup. But yeah, force powers, push the water, wet t-shirt contest, Helding's pissed. And in any good joke, you need to have a second layer. Hiding them lightsabers up over the bushes. All right, this one. Everyone, like, at the time, everyone's like, how did you do that perfect CG plane? Well, let me answer that question for you right now. This shot was filmed right here. We didn't build up to the #5 channel on YouTube by making tons of work for ourselves. We did it by figuring out ways to not make work for ourselves and figure out how to get things done in a way that was effective and efficient. So right here, there's an in and out right by LAX. You'll notice this is a landing strip for LAX International Airport. And what is this? Lo and behold, right here, a park. So what do we do with this park? We stand right here, film, and wait for a plane to come in for landing and shoot it. So one layer in the shot is Freddy and Logan standing right here. One layer is when the plane comes in. Plane is shot at 60 frames a second. The plane is an isolated element, rotoed out, and then we take that and speed ramp that down to nothing. So we shot it in 60 frames a second, so we'd have enough frames to Twixter it down to nothing. So it's a real plane. It comes in, parks it, and then we have it hover there a little bit, and then we start to animate it down. It's never rotating, so the plane is actually completely real. So the effect is hidden. The actual effect is that it's a composite. What people don't expect is that we have access to a plane going overhead. And people are looking for the plane to be CG, but really, it's a real plane. It's just we're just messing with the time from it and then moving it down, and have it start to fall and add the little sound effects, and you got your results. And this detail, we literally did not see this, and to this day, I don't know what this is. We didn't see this when we were filming it, but everyone in the comments point out that everyone's like, why is there a hot dog running down the sidewalk? There it is, a hot dog running down the sidewalk. It looks like a hot dog. What it is, I actually just remembered now what it is. So look under Freddy's leg. You see there's a, right here, that's a parent. And right here, if we were trying to do forced perspective, we couldn't line it up any better. This kid is not running on the sidewalk. He's actually running on the hill right there, and it moves perfectly. Because you can see the hill goes down there a little bit, right? It's a kid. It's like a 3-year-old kid wearing a yellow jacket with his hood up, and it looks like a hot dog. Because that's the kid run. Oh, I'm glad I remembered what the heck that was. So this, to kind of round out the whole idea behind the whole concept behind the video, if there's gonna be a lightsaber video that was coming out as a Star Wars fan film, we're gonna make it, it's not about like the normal Jedi stuff. It's about, you know, funny stuff you can do with your force powers. Always taking a spin on it. It's kind of a common theme that went throughout the channel as we went on. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Luke spent all that time modifying his lightsaber. Why didn't he just add a knob to make it longer? Like, what restricts the length of lightsabers? Because I always figured if you just had like a 50-foot long lightsaber and you just like crank that thing on and just like wiggle it around in a hallway and just like, you could just mess Darth Vader up. Instead, they all had the same length of lightsabers. So this is like that. That was like my rant about Star Wars all throughout childhood. So there's knobs supposedly in the lightsabers that are making them longer and longer and longer. And it's, of course, we're doing phallic imagery with them. And then the tips touch and it gets awkward. The end. Thank you guys for watching this commentary. It has been excellent doing it for you guys, and we'll do more of these coming up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, as you guys probably noticed from watching this video, this was live stream on Twitch. So if you want to stay tuned to the next live stream, make sure you follow twitch.tv/StressLevelZero. Let me know in the comments what video you would like to see me commentate about next, and we'll go from there. All right, thank you so much, guys, and peace. Whoa! Oh, it's super wide! It's the widest. The story behind this explosion is I used to do a lot of, I mean, I still do. Pyrotechnics has always been a big hobby of mine. And so this was the biggest explosion we ever did back in my home